So I got 2 votes. That's water under the bridge as far as I'm concerned. I thought for some reason Jessica, Finley, and Bebo were going to maybe have something going on together. But what I think, the dominant 3 in our alliance are actually the 3 winners, Biba, Finley, and Kenter. And of those 3, the only winner that I'm really working with is Kenter. And so I reached out to him just to see where his head would be at in terms of getting rid of Finley if we have to go to a tribal council. And he didn't say yes, but he also didn't say no.
I'm feeling good and excited about tonight. I'm hoping that we don't have to go to tribal council. Last week, I was very much like, I'm going to play an honest game and really just be America's sweetheart out here and just Julia Roberts this bitch and, win over the hearts of millions and hopefully my jury. There is no way to play that game and win. And I think my fatal flaw last time was that I played that card. So now I'm just going to be a bitch and it's going to be fun. And I'm ready to be catty and I'm going to lie to people and I'm going to be a backstabber, double crosser, every bad name in the book. And if I'm not America's sweetheart, at least I can be America's villain.
I'm so happy that I didn't go to tribal council last week. Everyone here is an all-star for a reason, whether or not they were good at challenges or good at social game or anything. Everyone's here for a reason, so it's important to be cognizant of that. The problem is that Killian, Storm, and Yael, I feel like they're a trio. And you saw what happened to the trio I was in last time. The trios can do some damage. But so even if I am kind of with that group of 3, I'm still on the bottom 4. And I was genuinely thinking about if I should talk to Billy about this. And Michael, I feel like is a wild card, but I was genuinely thinking about what do I do? Because I like Billy. I want to keep him around.
I'm a little bit nervous today because I guess I feel like I need to work really hard to get people not to vote for Jessica in my group if we go to tribal, because I think that would be better for me to keep Jessica around. I want to get over this part because I don't want to have to keep going to tribal council with my group. And I want to join with the other group because I feel like I have strong allies there too, like Killian and Yael maybe.
So I came into this season making connections with a bunch of my snow day friends. And then now I've come into this one and, okay, I have Billy and Yael, which is fun because Billy was an early person I think the first person I talked to for this season. And then Yael is the person who I probably talked the most with in between the seasons. But I also completely got them fucking voted off. Well, Billy, I got voted off twice. Killian now, we've kind of connected and can I say faggots? Over being faggots, we've connected. And now I'm feeling that might be my strongest connection on this team.
All right. Session 2, here we go. 2 tribals tonight, but I just feel so fortunate because I'm going to try with people I love and I trust and I care about. No. Leading up to this tribal, there has been conversations, there has been cracks in the alliances. It's just music to my ears being the only person on this tribe without knowing anyone coming into this team. I would like to try and work with Parker and Sam. However, I'm getting Kath Lena Vibe City vibes from my previous season, and we all know how that worked out for me, not very well. I think I can trust them for now, but once we make it to the merge, I'll have to reassess. And I don't think they know I have an idol. I think I'm pretty unsuspecting at the moment, but we will see what tonight brings. I hope, they're all saying, I hope we don't have to go to tribal council. I like all of you guys. I really hope we don't. No, I hope we go to at least one because I have an idol. I feel a little safe. And knowing Graham's a target, I kind of want them to prove their loyalty and prove their, trustworthiness and prove to me their word. We're here to play. We're here to pedal to the metal. So I think I found my way in. I want to trust Sam and Parker. We'll see. That's my alliance for now. But I am going to be a fluid little boy during this whole season. So my alliances will be whoever I need them to be. I'm like Sandra. As long as it's not me, it can be you. Let the games begin, people.
I'm here to announce the very first challenge, everybody.
Woo!
Yay! So I'm going to send a picture. It is a picture of a lot of stars. Now they are all stars. However, there is one that has more than 5 points.
Oh God.
I need you to find that one, take a screenshot of it, and then the first 2 tribes to send me the picture of the star with more than 5 points will be immune for tribal council.
Okay. Someone do top left, top right.
All right, Team Rebecca, we got
We can do
this.
this. I got my monitor set up, so it's big.
Great guys, it's coming, it's coming.
I'm looking at the tiny as well.
Wait, I think I see it. I think it's in the middle.
Oh yeah, screenshot that. It's that one. Yeah.
Could it be
Might be in
the
the middle.
Fuck.
That's been uploaded.
Uh-oh. I do not see
Fuck.
shit. Ooh.
Fuck.
We missed it.
I found it.
Fuck.
Dang.
Sorry everybody, but you are all going to be going to tribal council, the first tribal council of this evening.
Oh no, did I speak too soon and wish tribal council upon us? I thought it would be fun, but now I'm freaking out. But I do think that there is a plan. I don't think I need to use my idol yet. My gut is telling me not yet. And last time I didn't listen to my gut, and I'm going to this time. So we'll see. The game has started. Tribal. Oh. See you there.
I think I'm starting to have a little love triangle in my group actually. I think Sam, Robbie, and I are all pretty in love with each other. I am least close with Graham on our team, so I've been kind of trying to pull the strings and have everyone lean in that direction towards getting him out of here.
This is tough. Graham is someone that, I was talking to before we got divided into teams. I was super excited that we could be on the same team as. I picked him to join this team. I don't want to vote for him myself. I feel like I just can't hurt him in that way. So the person that I'm going to be voting for tonight is Matthew.
Matthew, I'm sorry, bud. And it's gonna make for great TV if you have an idol and then I get voted out. But Matthew, I'm sorry. We all love you very much. And he's won before,
It's looking like Graham is going to vote for me and Sam is. So the question is if I can muster enough people to not vote for me and instead vote for Graham. I think so, but you never know for sure. Jaden, I'm pretty confident, has my back. So we'll see how it goes. But, this could be the end for me. This could be the end for Graham.
I imagine it'll be 5-1 Graham, unless people are lying to me, which I don't think they are at this point. I obviously didn't want to go to tribal, but it's always fun to go to tribal at the same time.
Oh, okay, everybody. It's time to start tribal council. Matthew, as somebody who made it all the way to the end and won almost with a unanimous vote, what's the feeling of being vulnerable this early in the game?
It's part of the fun of the game, I think. Obviously winning is pretty cool, but that's just fleeting in the process of getting there. I think you gotta enjoy that to some extent. So am I a bit worried? Sure. Who's to say what's gonna happen? But I'm here to see what's gonna happen, for better or for worse.
Graham, what is the take on past winners? We have not only Matthew, but we also got Biba, Kenter, and Finley.
I haven't heard any talk about how people feel about past winners. I think with any kind of all-stars season, if winners are involved, Finley and Matthew were both team captains. They're two people who were in the first picks on teams, and that was chosen because they're written in as two of the three biggest threats. So I think the group speaks for itself, all 18 of us.
Okay. Sam, has there been any talk about advantages? People finding them?
No, not really.
Has anybody been asked?
I think there's been whispers of what if this person has an idol, or do you suspect? But I've never been outright asked if I have an idol. I don't think other people are doing that this early in the game. And I think it's kind of, dumb to do that this early in the game, because it's likely that there's enough of us that I don't think anyone would play an idol yet, because no one suspects that they're going to get voted out.
Okay, fair enough. Jaden, when you first played, you had a very loyal alliance with Anna, who ended up winning, and she cut your throat right at the end. Do you have a little PTSD going into this game with forming these new alliances?
Not really, because you have to trust somebody. Otherwise, like, what are you doing? I think maybe I'm a little more attuned than I played last time. Than when I played last time, I would like to think so, but you have to put your faith in somebody. And generally, I mean, I know it's corny to say, but I like our group, so it's a tough decision this early on.
Parker, do you feel that you have found people that you can trust to put your faith in?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of what Jaden said, like, I do really like this group. And I think that was like obviously your point of letting people choose their group, is that it was a tough decision between choosing your friends and choosing people you didn't care about. And I chose Sam, and I care about Sam, and I've grown to care about a lot of other people on this team. So I don't remember the original question, but I feel like I answered it.
Yeah, I don't remember the original question either. But Robbie, I have a question for you. I remember that last session you were talking about how you hardly knew anybody in the game. Do you feel yourself growing with this group, growing attached?
Well, Ethan, I think it was you who so kindly pointed out that I didn't have any friends out here. But yes, I mean, it's natural when you have a fun group like this for us to all start connections. And I like to think some of them are genuine. It's hard to tell so early on in the game. But like Graham pointed out, like, you know, there's 18 players and the 18 people spoke very loudly about what they wanted. And I was chosen last. So what is that speaking to me? I don't know. But
wait,
it is also—
you don't know? Could it speak to you that you're the first out?
It truthfully could. However, it's also a place of, you know, kind of, it could be very advantageous for those who need a number. I'm a lone wolf. Everyone knows it. If you need someone, I'm here. I really don't have any other option but to join you at this point. I like to make sound, trustworthy alliances and stay loyal to those. However, at this point in the game, I will jump on any ship that wants to board me. So I have made relationships, but I don't know, you know, what they mean just yet.
It's interesting, and thank you for being a good sport as I pick on you.
Hey,
all right, I have nothing else to say unless anybody else has something they want to say. I'll bring everybody into the voting booth one by one. Give you a moment to say something if you like. All right, good luck to you all. One of you will be the second person voted out of this game and the last person to receive a partial refund.
Refund! I'm sorry, baby.
That's it. I self-evict.
You guys are buying drinks.
Yeah, so I'm going to be voting out Graham. Neutral to positive about Graham. You know, nice guy, I like interacting with him. We've never really been on the same page alliance-wise.
Hey, Motorcycle Dave, you motorcycle gave your best effort.
During our first tribal, when Ethan sent out the map for the hidden immunity idol, you suggested our entire tribe searches together and lets everyone know where they're looking. I think that was a ploy to get yourself a quicker jump to looking for the idol, but guess what? I was quicker, baby. I found it, and that was suspicious.
I am voting for Graham. Sorry, Graham, nothing personal. I just trust you at least.
The person I am voting out this tribal council is Matthew.
I vote.
The votes are in. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and they would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay, I will read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final and the person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. Here we go. First vote, Graham. Second vote, Graham. Third vote, Matthew. Fourth vote, Matthew. 2 votes Graham, 2 votes Matthew. Fifth vote, Graham. The second person voted out of Survivor, Graham.
You fuckers.
I'm so sorry. I need you to leave the Zoom call.
Every fucking one of you lied.
I'll be Venmoing you momentarily.
Guys, he got his money back, and
Yeah,
we
it
love
looks
him.
like-
Got his money back.
I hope he
Well,
spends that
maybe-
$20 so well.
Yeah. All right.
Woof.
I'll be moving us all into one room. Here we go. Graham was voted out at the last tribal council. Finley.
Finley, tell us how you really feel.
Hold up. Excuse me. Please let the host do the host job. Finley, please tell us how you really feel. What's with that reaction? What makes you feel that strongly?
Oh, Graham did me so dirty last time I played. So
Yeah.
He
That
got
was
you out
filthy.
pre-merge, so you're glad to see him go. There was no way you were going to align with him ever.
we were gonna keep it neutral, but it does feel a little good to see that he just went naturally.
Okay. All right. We're going to go to our second and final challenge of the evening. And we're going to do it all together here in this room. First things first, I need each team to pick one person to do this challenge.
Oh God.
Ethan, I would just like to highlight that Billy got into his car and started driving to get better Wi-Fi for this game.
That's incredible. We got Sam for Team Rebecca volunteering to do this challenge on behalf of the team. We got Biba for Team Slags and
Oh, fuck
Killian.
off, Killian. Fuck right off, Killian. I hate you.
Biba,
Yes.
Biba, why do you hate Killian for doing this challenge?
I don't know. I'm
Yes, you do.
competitive.
You had such a
He's
strong
a little
reaction.
bitch.
Okay, fair enough.
I hate losing, and especially to Killian.
It's understandable that you would hate losing. You're especially going to hate losing on this challenge because the first tribe and only the first tribe to complete this challenge will be safe from tribal council. The other two tribes will be going to tribal council. So the way that this is going to work is you are going to be trying to guess a number. I'll explain in a little bit. You're going to be trying to guess a number. Whoever is closest to that number will be safe. Whoever is second closest will not be. Whoever third closest will not be. However, whoever is second closest will get to sit in on the tribal council of the team that came in last, and you'll kind of get some kind of inside scoop, perhaps. You'll at least
All
get
right, that's cool.
So everybody else, I need to see your hands so that I know you're not helping. Billy, drive. Billy, drive with both hands. Okay. All right. Sam, Biba, Killian. I have with me the tips that I've accumulated in the past week at Chipotle. Different coins. Each of you are going to guess what I earned this week in coins at Chipotle.
Is that it, Ethan? I'm
That's
so
it.
sorry that people
That's
don't. teach
okay.
you
It's
that.
okay. All right, I'm going to rotate it a bunch and try to show you the most I can. And once I'm done, each of you, please privately message me on Discord your guess as to how much money this is.
Oh my God, I shouldn't have gone, you guys. I don't fucking know the American fucking coins, bro. Oh my fucking Jesus. Oh God.
Was secretly prepared for this challenge.
I
believe you.
All right, that's all you get.
Right, all right.
All right. The three team captains, please send me your guesses privately on Discord.
Michael's out here trying to get a brand sponsorship.
We've got a variety of coins here. We have a variety of guesses. I have to announce who is safe and who will be dismissed. Team Rebecca, you have Sam to thank for coming in first place. You are safe from tribal council tonight. Sam, your guess was $2.37. Coming in at second place was Killian. Chartreuse at $2.57. And then Biba, I'm so sorry, $5.20 put you way over. The third team.
How much?
$1.55.
Ethan, that's so sad.
People don't tip at Chipotle. It's okay. I don't make my money off the tips. All right. Well, congratulations, Team Rebecca. After an initial loss, you are now the only team that is safe from the tribal council. You are dismissed if you would like to go. Goodbye. I'm gonna actually dismiss you. Please leave.
It's stressful to have to pick someone, and I think we're feeling a little bit divided. I feel like everyone is very divided because we all like genuinely like each other, but not here to make friends, which isn't true. I am here to make friends, so it's a little bit like tough for me. Kenter before this was saying that Jessica was throwing my name out, but according to everyone else, Jessica was not throwing my name out, which is interesting. It's just all starting to get very tricky out here, but it has planted the seed of doubt for Kenter in my mind, which is annoying.
Well, this is bad. I kind of think I'm in the middle. There's 5 people on our team, and Biba and Finley are like one side, and Tim and Jessica seem to be on the other side, and it feels like I'm smack dab in the middle. So right now I'm kind of thinking that I should convince Biba and Finley to go for Jessica. And I think that I can convince Tim that Biba and Finley really want to work with him. Yeah, because I think having Biba and Finley in the game is really important because they're also previous winners. And for some reason, I feel like based on that initial vote of who's the biggest threat, like Matthew and Finley were put in that. And I feel like people don't really think that I'm as big of a threat as the other winners, which I would love to keep that way. So I think having Finley and Biba is like a good little shield.
Tim and I have talked about being in an alliance. We were in an alliance until the final 4 of the game that we were in together. I'm trying to gauge whether I should side with Biba. I just got a message from Biba saying that she's going to vote for Tim. So that's probably at least 2 people who are going to vote for Tim. If Tim gets voted off, then there's a chance that I might be vulnerable. So we shall see. Okay, I'm going to go strategize.
I feel sad that I'm messed up, I guess, but I mean, it's kind of luck at the same time. I don't know. I guess Kenter and Finley feel conflicted about whether we want to vote for Tim or Jessica. But Tim just messaged me, so now I feel like shit. Ugh.
I feel like I generally have a pretty good read on this game. And my read at this point in time is that I'm getting voted out. It's just disappointing. I feel like a lot of our group chat time was them talking about like Skidmore memories and like different parties and things that they went to, and it was like I was trying to ingratiate myself and become part of the conversation and like become a part of the tribe, but you can only do that so much with a group of people that have some sort of common connection. The game's not over yet. There's still definitely a chance, but I'm gonna go see what I can do.
Somebody is going to become the 3rd person voted off and the 1st person to not receive any refund. Finley, how much does the fact that this is the first vote where somebody doesn't get a refund, does it make it feel extra bad?
Yeah, I mean, you already put so much work in, and I don't know, people are putting the time in.
So does it feel like you've gotten at least somewhat of an experience through this, even if you might be the one to go tonight?
Oh yeah, totally. I think it's fun to just be a part of it. Okay. It does suck, like losing money sucks, but
Sure.
I think it's worth the
time. Jessica, do you agree? Do you feel like this is all like a fun time and we're just here, or are you like ready to go? I ain't going home tonight kind of thing?
God. So I disagree that this is well organized, well hosted. I actually think you're botching it. I'm just joking. I love you. No, this has been really fun. It has made, even though we are no longer quarantined to quite the degree that we once were, yeah, it's been really fun, just kind of connecting to people who I might not get a chance to see anytime soon otherwise. And definitely a little stressful, but it kind of, I don't feel the heat quite yet. I feel like.
You feel safe.
Yeah.
Okay. Is anybody else willing to admit that they feel safe right now? Kenter, do you think everybody genuinely doesn't feel safe, or they're just saying that to do like good form at tribal council?
I think there have to be some people who feel like they are not, like there's definitely some names that I think haven't come up.
Like?
Okay. I'll play your little game. I have not heard Biba's name come up in discussion.
That's interesting. Biba, I wanted to bring this up. Typically in Real Survivor, doing well in the challenge, especially in the beginning, is paramount. You bombed this challenge and sent this team to tribal council. Do you think the same kind of logic is carrying over, that they're thinking, let's get rid of Biba, she didn't help us in this challenge?
I think I'm loyal, which is valuable in this game.
Do you feel like you have connections? Is that what you're saying? You feel like you have strong connections that aren't going to stab you back?
Yeah.
Do you feel safe for this vote?
I think there is a chance that I could be voted, but I think it's low.
Okay. And Tim, are you getting the same feeling that there are loyal groups within this tribe?
Yeah, 100%. I think there's some groups that the nature of how these tribes came to be were by people choosing other people to be with them on a tribe. And so, being the fourth of six isn't like the best position to be in that necessarily, having already voted somebody from our tribe out. And so I definitely think that there are some groups of people here who have loyalty to each other that transcends this game, which is tough.
Interesting. Do you care to name names?
I mean, I know that Finley, Biba, and Kenter are all like friendly, and Jessica, it was the year above them, I think, at Skidmore, and so they're all, on some degree, in cahoots, either personally or strategically.
Biba, Kenter, Finley, do you care to respond to this? Are you a trio? One could say. I mean, you are all past winners. I would be very easy for me to say they're probably a trio. What do you think the perception is from Team Chartreuse? Do you think they think you're a trio based on how this discussion has been going?
Probably.
I mean, yeah, they've heard is
best winners, voting together, feeling safe, right? What they heard.
How do you think a strong trio like that comes across to the other team, which doesn't have any winners on it?
I don't know. I feel like everything changes when you go to a bigger group.
Yeah.
Like Yael and Killian were in my season. And I also think that like I'm guessing there's probably trios within that team as well.
Yeah.
And connections there. I don't think it needs to necessarily be like a threat, because
it just was an easy connection to make, like a low hanging fruit kind of connection,
So does that mean that Tim or Jessica are on the block?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't think that it's necessarily between Tim and Jessica.
Okay. Well, it seems like everything is being discussed. Who knows what's about to happen? I'll be bringing you all each into the voting booth unless anybody has anything they'd like to say before we vote. All right. Good luck.
Everybody's just lying to me at this point, and I think I've been the name, and I just don't. It feels weird to be like, I don't know, lied to in such a way. I understand why it's happening, but it definitely feels weird and like icky. I'm voting for this person because they're the only name that I heard, and that is Finley.
I feel bad that tribal council obviously went. Like, it is obvious that we have from my perception of what's happening, like we have a pretty strong monopoly over stuff. And it was between Jessica and Tim yeah, my vote is for Tim, unfortunately.
You know, I'm not happy with this, but I'm going to vote for.
Like I've been saying, I think I have a good connection with Finley and Kenter, obviously, and now everyone knows.
That was pretty wild. Tim knew that his back was against the wall, so he kind of was like, I'll say whatever. Really outed the Finley, Biba, and myself thing, which wasn't really that much of a secret anyway, but I don't think that any of us were gonna go, really. But I wanted to make the other tribe think that we weren't a strong trio. But anyway, sadly and unfortunately, cast my vote for...
Everybody, votes are in. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and they would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay, I will read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final and the person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately, become the third person voted out of Survivor All-Stars. Here we go. First vote, Tim. Second vote, Finley. Third vote, Tim. Third person voted out of Survivor, Tim. Tim, I'm so sorry. I need you to leave the Zoom call. All right, Team Slags. Lost yet another member, down to 4 people on your tribe. Congratulations on surviving session 2, even though it's a bittersweet survival. You did. So congratulations. You are dismissed for the evening. Have a great night. Please leave now.
Bye. Have fun, you guys, voting out one of your friends.
I'm not surprised that Tim went home. I will say that the Winners Alliance, which my team has started calling them, definitely has a target on their back. Yeah, Elle and I have definitely rekindled our alliance from last game. We'll see, but currently I trust her a lot. And I've been talking to Lena. Billy has the unfortunate history of being voted out thrice, which is like so drama. I'm so sorry, Billy. I love you. Yeah, I would say that I currently feel safe with my tribe, but it'd be really dramatic if I weren't. Ooh, let's see what happens.
First of all, I'm hella proud of myself for that one. Won my team the first challenge. I played way too much Where's Waldo as a kid, and that shit is still paying off. Love it. Love to see it. I Spy 2 was on that. All that. I am feeling a little more secure in the group that I ended up in. Very happy about that. Feel like I got a little contingency plan for the best case and worst case scenario. I guess I'm just gonna do my fucking best because that's all I can do. Time will tell. We'll see how this week goes. I'm a little nervous.
Michael and Killian, last time we were all chatting, they were just kind of going off about all the like mastermind things they've done. So I think Michael kind of dug a hole for himself and people would be okay with voting him out, because from what I've heard is he backstabs some people. So I don't think it would be hard to be like, we need to get Michael out. I think realistically I'd want to keep Billy around more just because I feel like Michael's more of a wild card and I really don't know what to expect. And I don't know what him and Killian are up to, if anything.
Oh boy, we got some drama up in this bitch. We as a team, I think, felt very close and very good with each other. We felt very accomplished. The fact that we were, say it with me, the last team to get anybody voted off. Now, Billy was sort of out of commission for a minute. Even when we were already starting talking, we knew we had lost and we were already starting talking about votes. And Billy was like the first thing. I was talking to everybody. I do ultimately think that Billy is flailing and that's where he's going for. He's voting for Killian. I want to trust Killian just because I've had a stronger connection. But Billy even leveled with me. Billy was like, look, I know we had our past of last season where obviously I got him voted out twice. Keep that in.
Hi, Ethan. Hello, worldwide viewers of Survivor All-Stars Zoom season. Every week I just feel like you never know what's going to happen. But I feel like I'm not the next one out. I did find an immunity idol, which is awesome. Feels really, really, really good. I hope that I use it strategically and successfully. I haven't told anybody that I have it. I feel like I'm getting the most trust and interaction from Killian, but I also feel like Killian is so slippery, so it's hard to tell. And, he stabbed me in the back last time too. She's a drama queen. I also am interacting a lot with Michael, which feels better than last time. The problem is like my closest allies right now are both people who stabbed me in the back in the past, so that's tricky. I am struggling because Billy is a really good friend of mine, but his name is floating around right now as a target.
Killian's going wild, coming to me like, okay, who do you trust the most? I'll go first. Storm. As if Killian didn't already say that last episode. Like, we all know that you trust Storm the most. You're just like saying that as if you're giving me a new piece of information, so I have to give one back. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I asked Michael, like, have you tried to get a hold of anyone eventually? And Michael goes, I've kikied with Killian. Michael says, I've kikied with Killian, but mostly as homos. I don't understand what that means. But I'm guessing that Michael means that he's spoken to Killian the most. Which doesn't make sense to me because unless Killian and Michael are like, okay, we're obviously the two strategic power players here, so maybe that means we need to work together and create this fake beef between each other. Lena and Storm are both 5'10". They're taller than me. I'm 5'9". Okay. The point is, oh my, Ethan, I'm bluffing and pretending that I have the idol.
Now say it.
Right, everybody.
Ethan, I'm sorry. I know you got a host, but you missed some stuff.
You missed some fucking tea.
What?
You missed some
or
stuff.
whatever.
It wasn't recorded, and Billy and Killian had a bit of a spat with each other.
You guys had a fight?
So Billy came out swinging, talking about some, Killian, what's good? I heard you gonna vote for me. And then Killian was like,
No, he didn't.
No, what I said.
He said, who are you going to vote for?
Oh.
Or Billy said to you, Killian, who are you going to vote for?
Yes.
And what did you say, Killian?
Well, I heard you're voting for me, so I might as well vote for you.
Billy, is that true?
It could be. It doesn't really matter. What I think is really funny, though, is I think about half an hour before this episode began, Killian was trying to talk me into thinking that it was my idea to vote Michael out because Killian was going on and on about how Michael's a huge Survivor fan and said, like, so, like, is there anyone in your season? Like, I know Michael was there. And I was like, oh, yeah, but Michael got me out. He's like, you should vote Michael. It's like, okay. And then I talked to Storm about it because Storm and Killian are obviously very close. Killian's been very open about that, right? So you'd assume that they talk about everything, which I'm sure they do in reality, even though Killian says that they don't. And I go to Storm, and not only does Storm seem to not know about Killian's plan for Michael, but when Killian switches it to Lena, Storm doesn't know about that either, which I know isn't true, right? But if they're really planning on working with me, then that doesn't make any sense, does it, right? Yet again, Michael cannot keep his mouth shut for the best of him. It's insane.
Guess what?
He just wants to keep running.
Flaw.
Killian and Michael, one of you is going to take out the other eventually. All I wanted to do.
I'm sorry, Billy. I'm sorry. You can't keep at this point claiming that other people are the strategists when every single time we have fantastic television, it's revolving around Billy, you describing
fantastic
the
television is when people scramble because for some reason a storm takes their Wi-Fi out, and all of a sudden that's supposed to be a problem that we can blame on week after week. That's what I heard. That's what Killian said the reason was.
Are you worried that your Wi-Fi troubles transitioned into people feeling like they ought to vote for you?
Of course they did. I mean, that's what I've been told, unless people are lying about that too. But I'm not worried. I'm just upset with all the lying.
Yeah. Yael, what's your take? How is the game going? Is the social part of it getting this complicated for you?
We were all smooth sailing until we hit tribal council, which I think sometimes is the case and sometimes is not. Yeah. But like sometimes there are rifts before that. I'm really I'm getting a lot of conflicting thoughts, feelings, and messages from different people. I like to socialize. I say hi to people. I check in, but I don't really know what's going on overall, and I'm kind of confused.
Interesting. Michael, what do you make of Billy bringing up your past game in Snow Day and the way that things turned out in that season? Does it carry over into this season?
Of course it carries over. I mean, yeah, of course, it 100% carries over. I knew that when we, when you messaged me to be in this season, I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to deal with all that shit, you know. And I think anybody who doesn't think in that way is being a little naive. Like it's called All Stars. You know, the whole point is that we've done this already.
Yep.
And you've gotta factor that in. So I'm not even surprised that it came out this soon. But like I knew that I was going to be something I was going to have to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Storm, you seem to have a reaction about this being the second time you've played. How are things different in this season from the time that you played in your season? Because you were done pretty dirty from what I remember in your season.
I was done a little bit dirty in my season. I plan on being a lot more consistent and close to the chest with my social strategies to maybe mitigate some of that risk. If anything, I feel much more secure this season just because since I've already played, I know some people here, but like literally everyone feels that way. Like Michael said, it's kind of the point of All Stars is that like not only are you playing a game, you're playing a game and everyone has past drama.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know that I am right now the reason that we only sent one person home today, or we're only going to send one person home today. So I'm just going to vibe in that for this week in particular. Just going to let that sit.
For sure. Lena, if anybody, Storm talks about people knowing each other and from past seasons, but if there's anybody who maybe doesn't know many people, it would be you. How are you feeling getting your footing in this game?
That is a good question. I was very stressed from the beginning. I wasn't expecting to get picked, like when we were doing the captains picking each other, and like that I was okay with. Like nobody knows me. They don't know, unless they watch the season, they might not know how I play. They might not know who I am. So that was kind of already a weird start, that I didn't have the safety net of you forcing us into teams, but that it had to be chosen. I was kind of just sitting back, like letting people tell stories about their previous times on Survivor. And I mean, it's really cool to hear how interweaved everyone is. Like everyone's connected through different people, and I think that's really cool. But I also just don't know the extent of these relationships. I don't know how deep these roots run. I don't know. Like I know of some instances of like bad blood with people backstabbing each other in different seasons. But this is a new season. I don't know what's going differently. I don't know what people are talking about on the side. So I just really don't know. And I feel like I'm just kind of in a loop of like, he's saying this, he's saying that. I want to go with my gut, but because this is All Stars and because, everyone's on their best, like it's hard to like know what your gut is saying.
Yeah, for sure. Killian, do you feel like you're spinning, as Lena said, the beginning of this tribal was a little bit crazy, a lot of energy directed at you? How do you feel about how that conversation went?
Well, clearly it was an emotional response from Billy, and fortunately I'm going to be the bigger person and respond less emotionally and say, Billy, I'm going to vote for you. That's the answer to your question.
Could you fill me in what exactly was so emotional with me?
You came out swinging, girl. You don't remember what you just
Not
said?
swinging.
Have you seen Survivor?
Cameras were not rolling. And you're like, hey, Killian, who are you going to vote for? My
Yeah,
name.
I was
said
curious.
my name first.
I was curious, Killian, because you said let's vote
Survivor.
Michael, and I was like, okay, we'll vote Michael, and you're like, but people are saying Lena, and I'm like, okay, so do you want to vote Lena? He's like, no, let's vote Michael. Right, so that's why I was wondering, is that not fair? Because it keeps switching.
I texted you and said, hey, Billy, I'm voting for you.
If it's the truth,
would
sure.
you have liked that instead?
It's all about the truth to me.
Okay, well, then great, I'm voting for you.
Good to know.
Great.
Doesn't
Yeah.
change a thing.
I personally don't have anything more to ask between you two. If I may move on to a different subject, if that's okay.
Can someone call my mom?
How did watching the other team feel? How did that go? And what is your impression on the other
We
tribe?
called
anyway?
it. We
You
called
called
it. We called it. We called it from the get-go.
Because what gave you that feeling?
The three winners are in an alliance. Tim directly called it out. And for that team, everything has gone not according to plan, but according to plan.
Predictably.
Yeah.
Interesting. And I'm sensing that is a general agreement. People are feeling the same way. Okay, I have nothing else to say unless anybody else has anything they would like to say before we vote. Now would be your time to do so.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
It's always going to be a show when Michael Springthorpe is involved. Lying happens, Billy. I fucking love you. I think you're a great player. I think you know how to play the game. I think you get a little too in your head about the whole lying thing, and you're a little precious about that, but I think you're a great player. I don't want you to be out this soon. I don't want anyone on this team out too soon. But I wrote your name down already.
I think I have to vote for Billy just because this is so chaotic, and this is just so chaotic.
That was insane. But I feel a little relieved that it worked out with a safe majority, at least in one direction. I applaud Billy for trying to bluff, but didn't work out this time.
It was a tough choice, but I decided to vote for Storm. Oh my god, I'm kidding. Could you imagine? I'm voting for Billy, obviously. I don't know.
Ethan, I tried, and of course it's an easy vote again. You'd think that the All-Star cast would try and get a bigger player out, but if they want to go for me, so be it. So why don't I go ahead and vote myself? We'll do a 6-0. At least on that front, I'm in the know.
This is just a contingency plan, just in case somebody who will not be mentioned has an idol. I'm gonna throw away vote to Lena with a heavy part because I absolutely adore her, and I just hope that this person doesn't have an idol. And if they do have an idol, they've only bought themselves one more week because they've damaged all their social capital in one fell swoop in about 10 minutes. It was impressive, honestly.
I'm back. The votes are in. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and they would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. I will read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final, and the person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. Become the fourth person voted out of Zoom Survivor All-Stars. Here we go. First vote, Billy. Second vote, Lena. Third vote, Billy. Fourth vote, Billy. The fourth person voted out of Survivor, Billy. Billy, I'm so sorry. I need you to leave the Zoom call.
I voted myself, y'all. Good luck.
Billy, the acting is amazing.
Shit!
Well, congratulations for surviving the second session. Okay, I'm going to end the call now.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye, bitch. Love you, bitch.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye, bitch.